YouTube fam? I'm back. This is Larry with the Best Credit Repair channel. Today we're going to be talking about, you read the thumbnail, this is all about new investors, people that are not investing in the stock market, why you should be investing. I'm going to talk a little bit about that. I'm going to have more of a series on helping y'all get started in your investment journey. That is the key. I want you to get started because your financial situation is linked to your credit. Right, we all could get on here and just talk about credit, how to improve your credit, but we need to show you, how do you grow your wealth? How do you invest that money that you're making and then double that money? Make 10%, 15%, 20%, 30% on the money that you're investing in great companies. And that's what we're going to start talking about more on this channel. Besides fixing your credit, I want you to fix your credit, but I also want you to make great financial decisions to grow your wealth. Right. So that's what we're going to be talking about for a little bit today. But first, I want to say thank you for all my new subscribers coming to the channel. We did hit over 4,000 subscribers. I appreciate y'all. Thank you very much. This channel is all about keeping it real with you. We are going to continue to talk about credit, about how to build your credit, but we're also going to be adding in how to invest that money, what you should do when you get paid. Should you be investing? First thing I want to say is that investing is changing your mindset. We got to start doing, what do the rich do? Let's quit doing what our broke friends do and ain't got no money, right? Or living check to check. We need to start figuring out, what do they do to grow their wealth? It is all a path that we all can make, we all can do and improve our financial situations. Sometimes we focus on one thing and not focusing on multiple things to grow our wealth. For me, for example, got a YouTube channel, got a credit repair business. I'm studying to get my license on IUL. I'm looking to open up a franchise. I've been doing some growth and been talking to somebody about growing into a franchise. It's a process, right? Looking at all those different avenues, right? And I still work a full-time job, right? Because the hustle, you have to have that hustle mentality. I know. I tell people all the time, you got to want it as bad as you want to breathe. If you want it that bad, you're going to get it. You're going to get it. But if you don't, you're going to find all the reasons why not to. Right? So I'm here to push you in that direction. I want you to start growing your wealth. I want to show you how to start making money on investing. I don't care if it's $20, $30. That's it. But first thing I always ask people, what's the first bill you pay? I ask these questions all the time. What's the first bill you pay? Most people say, I pay my mortgage, my rent, my car note. I'm like, okay. All those people, you taking care of them, you growing their wealth, but you're not growing your own wealth. The first person you should be paying is yourself. The first person, you get a check, you get paid, you should be investing $50, $100, you should be taking out. I'm investing in me first. I'm investing in me first. I don't care if it's $10. Invest that $10 in you. There are stocks out there for $8, $9, $10 that are great companies. You probably can make money on, right? And we're going to talk about more of that as we continue to get into more and more investment strategies, right? But there are ways to make money. Invest in yourself, to quit putting your money in your savings account where the banks can pass out that money 10 times over and make money off your money, right? You got to start realizing, how do I need to flip this script to put myself in better financial situations? And we're going to be talking about this today, just on investments, right? We're going to talk about for beginner investments. People who've never invested before, want to learn how to invest, but have never got into it. Listen, investing is a powerful tool to grow your money. And right now, because the stock market is beat down, there are great entry points to get into great companies at a discounted price, right? At a discounted price. And you're missing out on the opportunities not getting into it now, because the stock market is going to start flipping. These stocks, these great companies are gonna start going up, and you're gonna be like, I missed the opportunity. COVID year, millionaires was made in COVID year. When COVID kicked out, all those stocks was dropping. People were buying, made tons of money. Even me, that's the year I got into it. I was tripping because I started investing with $100. 10 months later, I had $26,000 in my account. And I was like, what, in 10 months? I did this in 10 months. Man, if I'd have did this 10 years ago, whole different story I could be telling, right? But that's what I learned. Like, it just, okay, I got it. You made me a believer. I got it. So I do my research. I look. And even now, I have 13 stocks in my portfolio right now, and I'm up on 10 of them. Some of them 15%, 10%, 8%, 3%, 2%, 1%. But I'm up on my money, right? I have three that are down, big ones. Amazon, AMD, and Google. But I just buy the dips. At first, when I lost I really didn't lose with Amazon. I mean, not Amazon, AMD, I was down like 20%. Sometimes people say, don't fall in love with a stock. But AMD, I was reading on it. I'm like, nah, that's not a stock I want to get out of. I just need to buy the dips. I just need to bring my average cost down for that share, which was about 120 some dollars. I think it was 120 some dollars at the time, 130 some. I didn't bring my average cost of shares to $78 because I'm buying the dips. So remember, my stock was at 120 something per share, and the stock was actually 140 something. The stock then took a beating, kept going down, down, down. I think it's at 78 and 75, somewhere around there. And my average cost is $78. So I'm only down 4%. I was at one time 20%, but I've been buying the dips because I believe in the company. I know that company is not going to stay beat down forever, right? It's just the fundamentals just don't say that, right? So, but I'm going to bring it down. So if that stock gradually shoots back up to 120 something, I'm making way more money because I didn't drop the average cost of 70 something instead of 120 something. You see what I'm saying? So there are ways for you to invest your money, right? And to grow, right? But let's talk a little bit. I got my notes. Me, I'm all about the notes, man, because I get to talking. Look, the main thing we want to talk about is just the stocks, right? We want to talk about what is the stock market. So the stock market basically is stocks that you can buy, publicly shared companies that you can buy stock with their companies and become part owner. Small part, tiny part, but you are an owner of a company because of your purchases of stock within that company. Right? Sometimes you have voting rights and all kind of other stuff. Right? So that's the main thing. You're becoming a part owner of a company. And the more you buy, the company becomes profitable. The fundamentals of the company seem strong. More investors invest in the company. It's telling you, well, stock prices rise. Stock prices are up and down. Just the way the stock market works. But overall, you will make money. They say over the history of the S&P, on average, you would have made at least 10% on your money. 10% of your money. $1,000, that's $100. 10,000, that's 1,000. 100,000, that's 10,000. $1 million, that's $100,000. Right? So I'm just saying you can make on average. That's average. We're not talking about people that's made a killing. Now, you got to look at the companies like, people always use the example, Amazon, Google, Apple. I mean, even AMD, I think when AMD first started, it was $8 a share. So if you bought a bunch of shares at $8 at AMD, even though it's beaten down now, you still would be up on your money by a lot. right? So there's opportunities to make money buying in, doing your research. So buying into a company is a great way. That's what the rich do. Believe me, I don't know any rich person that I've read up on that don't invest. Not one. So we should be following what they do, right? There are different types. You got stocks, mutual funds, ETFs. Those are the ones that you can look at. They also have REITs, which falls under stocks. You have stocks that pay out dividends. Stocks that some people do dividend investing. They only purchase stocks that pay out a dividend because they want that additional money coming back to them. Some people may have a quarter, $5,000 in dividends coming back to them that they invest back into themselves, back into companies to get more dividends. So they want to look at that as their like in a retirement income, right? So I mean, just imagine you getting $5,000 because you've been investing years and years, and you got all this money, and you got dividends, and every quarter you're getting the $5,000. Just imagine your financial status. I can pay out some credit cards. I can go do this. I can do that with that five, or I can reinvest it. Right, the access to money. The things I talk about with credit, having the access to money. The next thing we want to talk about, people say, okay, what about taxes? There's capital gains tax. If you buy a stock and sell it with before a year, you're going to pay higher property gains tax. If you wait after a year, you'll pay lower. It could be anywhere from 15 to 20%, right? Could be even lower depending on the stock. So, but if you sell it within, you could pay probably as much as 35% of property gains tax. So yes, you could pay taxes on it, but you only pay it unless you sell the stock. Uh, the other thing when it comes to investing, so most people say, well, what should we do? How do we get started? Open up a brokerage account, a Ameritrade, Fidelity. Do your research. Charles Schwab, do your research on what company would do good. I always tell people open up a grown man brokerage account. Nothing wrong with Webull, Robinhood, if that's what you want to go. But sometimes they limit you on certain stocks that you can actually purchase. And that's why I'm telling you, get you a grown up account like a Fidelity, a Ameritrade, where it kind of open up the full spectrum of investing, right? They don't really kind of limit you on certain things, right? Uh, let's talk about the different categories. There are categories. There are 11: healthcare, materials, real estate, consumer staple, consumer discretionary, right? Utilities, energy, industrial, consumer services, financial, and technology. Right. So those are the 11 sectors. And when there's 11 sectors, they're broken down even more. Right. So you want to continue to understand those sectors. So there are a lot. I think they said there's like 19,000 stocks. Could be more, but there are a lot of them. So it could be overwhelming understanding, but it's all about your research. Research. It's all about the research and platforms. So I use a lot of different platforms. I read up on the stock. I'll look at how many institutional investors are invested in this stock. I'll look at the uh, F-13 filings, 13F filings. What institutionals, why they're buying. I start doing some research on the stock. I'll get on Seeking Alpha. I get on a bunch of Market Mondays. I just get on platforms that talk about certain stocks. Like, why are these analysis believing in this stock? What is going on? Why? I just read a lot about the stocks. And then I start making, is it a part of my uh, investment strategy? Right. So everybody has different investment strategies. Like I said, some people do dividend investing. Some people are more risk takers with their investing. Some people are more, they're not as, they more invest in ETFs. They probably don't invest in too to riskier stocks. But for me, I'm kind of on both sides. I like to do a little safer ETFs. I have dividend stocks and then ETFs. So I'm kind of like all over. When I rate my portfolio, when I some of the platforms like Seeking Alpha rate my platform out of a 5, I'm at a 4.03 out of a possible 5 points. So they like how my investment strategies are. So, but we're gonna talk more about particular stocks today. I just want to get your mind turning to invest in yourself, to know that you need to invest and take that time to invest. We're going to talk a little bit about the 11 sectors. You got energy, which is made up of companies that work in the energy sources, equipment, and services. Material sector is a sector that's made up of companies that manufacture and market goods used for manufacturing. Industrial sector companies across the wide range of different goods and services, right? Consumer discretionary sectors that made up of those companies that produce goods and consumers want but don't necessarily need. A consumer staple sector opposite of consumer discretionary product. These consumer staple category is made up of those products that people view as needs and that sell no matter how the economy is doing, right? So that could be a part of your investment strategy. Healthcare sector. Healthcare is two primary category companies: healthcare equipment and services and companies. Financial sectors is financial sectors including companies in areas of finance like banks, mortgage, financial services, consumer finance. Information technology. Uh, Information technology are a sector that a wide range of companies involved in the manufacturing, distributing, and marketing of both hardware and software. Uh, Communication service sectors are companies service sectors including many companies across two major categories: communication, telecommunication services, and media and entertainment. Utility sector is talked about the energy sector, which include companies that explore, produce, and store energy sources. So those are the 11 sectors. And then it's even broken down even more. So when you look at the one thing I like about Seeking Alpha, it's going to tell you, okay, the market, the range where they're ranked at in the whole mark industry, ranked in their sector, and ranked in their industry. So it breaks down different ones, which opens up the door to other stocks. So like I love Seeking Alpha because it just opens up a wide range of stocks for me to do some investing in and know, see if that want to be my portfolio, be a part of my investment strategy. So I just wanted to talk to y'all about investing. I need to get y'all on board on investing. I will be investing with y'all, talking about stocks that I'm investing in, getting y'all motivated on showing y'all how y'all can grow your money, right? Put you in a better financial situation. So if you have any questions, you know the deal. Shoot me an email. If you need any help with your credit, you know the deal. Shoot me an email. If you want to do it yourself, I have the Master Dispute Package with tons of information in there on to help you, and I will also help you and give you a free credit analysis. No problem with that. I'm here to help in all areas that I can. It's enough out here for all of us, and we have to understand that we gotta all be go getters, right? Go getters. I'm a go getter. So, but I appreciate y'all. Appreciate for all my new subscribers. Thank you very much. And I'll see y'all in a minute.